Now I'm going to talk to you about some the main character idea. As I mentioned early in this video, I told you that the character David Ladderhoff was his name was given by my brother's friend, who said that he should have the name David Ladderhoff. And then back then we two used to sit down at the kitchen table and draw just funny pictures. And then I started to draw on David Ladderhoff. So I can show you the David Ladderhoff main pictures. This is the first drawing of David Ladderhoff. So, here's another interesting picture. You may recognize it. It's the concept that was in the First Monsters ModDB background. So yeah, this is where it's from. Something else. So yeah, you just sit to draw and design those funky pictures. There's another concept of David Ladderhoff. Another concept. This is where he's looking at the mirror, like having all this anxiety and this stuff. So yeah, David Ladderhoff is a mentally ill person. He's addicted to drugs. And here's this. I think you may recognize these pictures as well. And then a lot of people have been wondering what EA45 means. Actually, it means E means Emma, A means Andreas, 4 means 4, as 4, and 5 means the 5th letter in the alphabet, which is E, and E stands for ever. So basically, it's Emma plus Andreas forever. It's a bit gay, but yeah. And by the way, Emma is my girlfriend. So that's what EA45 stands for. This is how David Ladderhoff looks in game. This is the very first version of David Ladderhoff that I made. And back then I didn't know anything about texturing or modeling. So what I basically did was to reskin the very old Gordon Freeman model with paint textures. And it looks very bad. This was the first design of the sweater. It didn't have the 45 thing. It was using some other thing. So yeah, this is how David Ladderhoff looked. And then I reskinned. Was it this? No. And yeah, then I reskinned another Gordon Freeman. So you can tell it looks a lot better. And some interesting facts is that I used paint to make all those textures. So like this head, I used paint and I painted it all with paint. I didn't know Photoshop back then, so I only used paint when I made First Monsters. So yeah, this is all painted with paint. So you can see my modeling wasn't very good. I was just editing the Gordon Freeman model. So yeah. And then in Director's Cut, James came into the picture. He joined the team later on, and he helped me with some small stuff. Basically with, mainly with code. He did all the coding for Director's Cut, but he also made some small things like editing this hoodie here. He added more polys, like the first version only had one triangle. Now it has some smoother shapes, and yeah, he just polished the model a bit. So yeah, that's David Ladderhoff.